Hello, everyone. I am so excited that you're here. It is January 2022 already. And I know a lot of you have popped the champagne, or maybe like me, you did the sparkling juice and your cute little flutes. And I want to tell you, it gets better because there has been great studies and there are signs that says that people are growing increasingly hopeful, more hopeful this year than they were previously. According to a latest Fidelity Investments New Year financial resolution study, almost two-thirds of Americans say they are confident they'll be better off financially in the year ahead. So even though inflation and high costs are top concerns for many, joining us with insights and much more, so much information from that study, and she's just insightful anyway, it's going to be Stacy Watson. She is head of life events at Fidelity Investment. So we're going to get her to join us today, and we're going to talk about those resolutions that people made. I want to have more money. I want to manage my money better. What are you hearing today, since we're already 6 days in? This is a fantastic study, Stacy.
Yeah, it really is. The financial actions that people took at the start of the pandemic, really out of necessity, like better budgeting and building back that emergency savings, have become permanent habits now for people by choice. And people have just gotten better at setting goals and achieving them. And that's creating this feeling of hope. People are were more able to stick to their financial resolutions in 2021 than in the previous year. As you said, nearly 2/3 are confident that they're going to be in a better financial position in 2022. And more than 6 in 10 Americans just feel optimistic about the future despite all the unknowns.
You know what? That is the best news. I'm so excited about this news, and hopefully you'll come back on later mid-year and see if those concerns were put to rest and that excitement stayed because those trends were true. So what did your study show were the top financial concerns for Americans in 2022? And let me tell you, we are also in about 32 countries, so hopefully some of that will feed over into those countries. I know we're talking about Americans, but I have guests from around, audience from around the globe. So what are some of those concerns? And I'm sure it's going to be for everybody.
Well, of those who said that they were in worse financial shape this year than the past year, the number one reason was inflation. And rising costs remain the top concern, along with unexpected expenses and COVID's impact on the economy overall, which I think you're right, can affect people all over. But that said, 34% said that they were in better financial shape now than in 2020. And that's really due to focusing on things that are within their control, like saving more, budgeting better, even working more hours. But nonetheless, the prevailing sentiment for 2022 is this cautious optimism. And that feeling is even stronger among women and the younger generations.
I'm so loving to hear that, because I think because of the pandemic, we've gone in and started doing soul searching. And in that soul searching, we decided what goals we wanted to set. And for everybody, we're all the same when it comes to that financial goal. We either want more money or to manage it better. So why do people really make those resolutions? And do you think it's really wise to say I'm going to stick to those? Because usually by the end of January, the gyms aren't full anymore. So how does that relate to the financial resolutions too?
Well, financial resolution is a great way to kickstart the year. And that may be why 7 in 10 Americans are making one this year. And the types of financial resolutions that they're making are consistent with prior years: save more, pay down debt, and spend less. But interestingly, people are also prioritizing their physical health and their mental health at higher levels than in the past. But to stick to any resolution, it's important to make sure the goal is clear and specific and realistic. For example, set an amount to save each month so that you can track the progress and see those small changes add up. And that's the kind of thing that really propels people to keep going and not to stop at the end of January, I think, is when you can see that progress. And the last thing I'll say about this is, don't be afraid to ask for help. New Year's can be a great time to consult with a financial advisor. And we also have great free tools online to help you create a plan.
And after this last question, I want to I want you to tell everybody how they can get more information. But this is a really critical question that I want to ask you next about the Great Resignation. So about the past months, we've been hearing a lot about that. So did the study indicate that that was going to continue in 2022?
Yes, we can expect to hear more about the Great Resignation. And that's particularly true among younger generations. Almost half of the next generation who are currently employed are looking to change jobs in the year ahead, almost half. And aside from money, the reasons for changing jobs are all values based, with stress levels, flexibility, better alignment with personal values, all listed as top motivations. But our advice is this: before making a career move, really think through your reasons for leaving your job and make sure that you're considering the total compensation package of any job offer. And we've got tools and resources to help navigate any job change at fidelity.com/life events so that people can make a good decision and feel confident.
I am so loving that. So I just wanted to tell everybody that this interview is provided by Fidelity Investments, and I love girl power. I know your CEO is also a boss leader, a lady boss. So I'm super excited. And then to have you come on with all this knowledge about finances, because in the past, and if we go way back, that was a field and a conversation that was not had with ladies and women. So I'm so excited that we can have this conversation. And I'm so thankful for Fidelity Investments for this conversation. So can you tell them, because we gave a lot of information in a short time, Stacy, can you just tell them how what the resources are that you have available for anybody that's watching?
Yeah, you can find tools and resources to help with these decisions we've talked about and more at fidelity.com/life events.
I just want to say I'm loving these pop-up kind of mornings with Loretta now. And you're my first guest to launch what our production team is calling Mornings with Loretta. So we're going to bring all kinds of information. And hopefully, like I said, Stacy, you and Fidelity Investment come back and share more, because that's marriages break up, relationships break up. And it's not about what you bring home. It's about, as you stated earlier, but I'm kind of paraphrasing, what you do with the money that you bring home. And we've heard people say, let that corporate job fund your dreams. Don't just quit. So I really want us to talk about that Great Resignation again, because that should not be a thing. We have families, we have dreams and business things we want to do. So let that corporate job, and don't just show up for the money, right, Stacy? Please invest in with your skills and experience to make that place run seamlessly, so they can't do it without you. Maybe they'll offer more money. You don't have to resign. So closing, what do you want to say, Stacy, before we tell everybody good morning?
Yeah, I mean, you said it well. I think, money is just a means to live the life that you want to live. And we've got lots of ways to help people do that at fidelity.com/life events.
I love it. Thank you so much. I know you got to run because you have some more interviews to do to help spread this word. And there's no such thing as too many conversations about our finances and making those resolutions stick. So Stacy Watson and Fidelity Investments from Mornings with Loretta and Loretta McNary Live, we thank you for your time this morning, and we hope to see you again very soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for having me, Loretta.
Bye-bye, everybody. Enjoy your day. Make those dreams come true.